Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. I saw something interesting on Twitter that I wanted to at least let you know about. I think in the past I've talked about how Craig Wright, he had claimed that he was Satoshi Nakamoto who created Bitcoin. And then this is from Ran Nooner from he does the CNBC crypto show, and he says, so Dr. Craig Wright is willing to testify under oath that he is Satoshi Nakamoto and the founder of Bitcoin. And this is some kind of document, it looks like, from the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission. And I'm assuming that he is willing to speak to the under oath to the Trading Commission about how he is Satoshi Nakamoto. So I thought that was interesting enough to pass along to you. Next, this is an interesting piece of news. Now, I know everybody can't stand it if anybody says a price prediction, but I thought what was interesting about this is a price prediction that's coming from one of the CEO of a major mining pool, and that controls like 10% of the mining of Bitcoin. I've never seen a prediction from one of those guys. It says even though the price went down and many miners lay off their rigs, Zhu Fa is his name. Let me make sure that Zhu Fa, CEO of the mining pool Poolin. It says the future is bright for Bitcoin. He is the CEO of Pooling and holds a network share of, I'm assuming that's 10.14% of the mining of Bitcoin. The current bear market has hit the mining pools hard, but Zhu sees the price of Bitcoin surge to new heights during the next bull run. He says Bitcoin price will be in the range of $74,000 to $740,000 in the next round of bull run. That wouldn't surprise me. The lower end of that wouldn't surprise me at all. But I thought that was just interesting enough to pass on. And this is also the same type of thing. And I've told you in the past, I'm not a technical analyst, a chart guy and all that. And I kind of believe that because of utility, that chart analysis, I've seen a few of these bull runs, and you can throw chart analysis out the window when it takes off, because it's like nothing that's ever been seen before. But I did find what this guy had done interesting enough to show you. He thinks that XRP could get to $1,000 in 2025, and he says that the next bull run should cause XRP to hit around 20. This is kind of what my thought pattern is too. But I wanted to show you his chart because he gets pretty specific. This guy obviously, and by the way, let me give a shout out to him while I'm at it. Magic Arcane at FABVERNAGALLO. I don't follow many chart people, but he had done this in such an in-depth way. I thought it was interesting how specific that he was getting, and he's drawn this little trend line, I guess would be what you would call that. And he basically is just showing you how he believes that this will pan out. If you look down here, it's got the years down here. Like right now, today we're around 29 to 30 cents. So we're right in here. And then what he's saying is that from this point, the next bull run, he says from primary, I can barely read this. My eyes are getting bad. But from cycle could be to nearly $20. And then, of course, another pullback. And then I guess sky's the limit on the next one. But he says in that sense, after $20, XRP should correct to $2 and stay on the long-term support to reach $1,000. That's pretty amazing to even think about. But then he says here, the 5 primary waves should correct at 28 cents where cycle 4 finds its long-term support. But I just thought that it was interesting. It looked like he had put a lot of work into this. and I thought it was worth just telling you about anyway. Next, I found a really cool, this is a really good Twitter feed. Let me give this guy, Bruce Amberson, at SZV6Y, and I think that's a 0. 1 of 7. Cryptos today remind me of the period in U.S. history from the Revolution to 1863. During this time, the U.S. federal government, other than issuing treasury notes to raise money, left currencies to each state. The U.S. population was growing quickly and states were not able to provide enough money. So until 1861, states allowed banks to issue currencies. Often one establishment wouldn't recognize Bank A's currency because it had a relationship with Bank B. This is true because often banks were not repaid on loans, and banks' counterparty would go bankrupt and their notes, IOUs, became worthless, also known as broken banknotes. 4. During this period, there were panics, wild swings in state economies, extreme forms of speculation, fortunes lost, and general lack of trust overall. In other words, banknotes resulted in the lack of trust. It wasn't until 1930s when Roosevelt forced a bank holiday. After close examination, the Federal Reserve System was implemented. National banknotes were made obsolete. Single national currencies with government oversight, in no small part, is why the U.S. economy became what it is today. Then in 1944, a similar system was established for the world at Bretton Woods, New Jersey, World Bank and IMF. JPM coin is a great parallel of state banknote of the 1830s, while XRP is something that has no historic parallel. JPM is a consistent perpetrator of fraud. Meanwhile, there have been 0 errors in the XRPL, with 40 plus million closed ledgers and no instance of security breach. What a great write-up. So if you don't follow Bruce Amberson, go give him a follow now. That's great. Good job. Next, great from Dr. T. If you don't follow at XRP Trump, you need to do that now as well. Very smart guy, and he's a very important part of the XRP community. Ripple execs and Chris Larsen discussing crypto regulation trends with Abu Dhabi's regulators. And this is a picture of him. Here's a close-up of it with some of their regulators. And then he goes on and he says, can someone explain to me why people are hating on Ripple when they are single-handedly doing more for crypto regulation and engagement with countries and governments and regulators, which will help mature the market and make it safe for legitimate use cases? Great way of saying that. I couldn't have said it better myself. And what I would like to ask you all at this point, as if you are a fan of another digital currency other than XRP, is your digital currency having highbrow meetings like this? Are the people that are the primary use case of your digital asset, are they having these type of important meetings with major governments and major central banks? The answer to that is no, because XRP is the greatest digital asset ever created and has the greatest digital asset team ever created. So no, your digital asset is not having these type of meetings. Finally, I had a guy email me today, and he said, a while back you showed someone that was doing XRP paintings, and I was thinking about buying some. And so I remembered who it was, and this is who it is. It's Danny Torres. She's in the XRP community. I see her around a good bit. She's an artist, and you can follow her on Twitter at Danny Torres 0407. And her website is Danny, that's DANITORRESFINE art.com. And this is her website and a couple of her paintings. So, and she does accept PayPal and also XRP as payment. And so go check her website out. And again, this is her website right here. It's on her Twitter page. So you can get it, you can see it there. Very talented person. I plan to buy some myself for the home that I will buy with my XRP when the time comes, and I'll have one of those probably over my fireplace mantle. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. please subscribe and hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that Danny Torres is selling XRP paintings and you might want to get one. Thank you for listening.